my life I has to fight, nigga.
1 2
All's
1
my
2.
life,
Bad
hard
Truth
times like, yeah.
in the building.
Bad trips
He is
like,
I.
yeah.
I am him.
Nazareth,
Sunday.
I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up.
But
If God got us, then
we gon' be all
right. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
Don't ever stop
We
that.
gon' be alright.
Happy Black History Month to everybody.
Alright.
I don't care what they try to do, man. Come on. We gonna kill Black History Month. Can't kill Black History Month.
And when I wake up,
I recognize it looking at me for the pay cut.
Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face.
I had to bump that K dot. Turn up for Christ and burn up for life.
Pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. I tell my mama I love her, but this what
I like.
Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record.
B.A.R.E. Truth Sunday is going down. It's been a long time. There ain't no football going on this weekend. But let me turn that down. Let's stop that, because what we don't want them to kill the video. You dig what I'm saying? So I see some people, if y'all get blocked out, you'll know what happened. Last week, UMG stopped the whole video because they said I played Neo for like 1 minute and like 30 seconds. So let's not play too much of that, because I know Kendrick Lamar's with him. Auntie, what's going down? Happy Black History Month. We're going to be black making history. January through December. There it is, Alicia. Okay, so it's some people that's jumping on it. Y'all should have, you know what? Y'all should be on the podcast. All of us should be on the podcast. We should do something for Black History Month, Alicia, since you're smart. And you know what? I got a thing. I'm finna get that book. Man, I hope that book is dope. I hope you don't make me do that for that my book. You dig what I'm saying? There's some people that's hitting me. I'm live, so I'm trying to get them to all jump on here and understand that I'm live. I'm checking my platforms. TikTok, we back. And yeah. Okay. So yeah. All right. Just bear with me for a minute. Okay. Thank you. What's going down with everybody? Yeah. What Alicia said, Black History Month. Happy Black History Month from January through December, man. We ain't taking no days off. For real. I want to say something real quick, and I don't know if y'all gonna agree with me with this or not, but listen to this. Everybody's got a big problem with Trump being in the office. And you know how they just got down on Snoop. And now that Trump is inside the office, you know, it's just a lot of um it's a lot of stuff that's going on. People saying this, people saying that. They got a lot of mixed emotions. People should have got out and voted. You know what I mean? People had a lot of, I know a lot of black guys that I talked to in the barbershop. They still had a problem with Kamala Harris. You dig what I'm saying? When she was with the feds, and a lot of people that she locked up, and how she lied on some cases to get some people locked up. So let's say we didn't have the best candidates, right? All right. So now we got Trump in here, and we see right now, man, we are headed for some stuff that we probably haven't seen in the history of America. You know what I mean? And it's so bad that judges is having to step in to say, hey, you just ain't finna do this. You ain't finna cut out public aid. You ain't finna just stop people from getting, you know what I mean, public assistance and things like this. This is where y'all got to put y'all boots on, and you got to really be on some grown people stuff. Now, if you're not a non-believer, I'm not talking to you. This don't refer to you. But here's the thing: I don't care how people voted, and who didn't vote. Ain't nobody getting into that office unless God say so. So everybody can say, okay, he talks about God, but he don't stand for God. But then again, what about this? And this is just an idea. I want you to think about this. What if America is headed for destruction? We've been riding this wave for like so long, to where we've been the land of the free, the home of the brave, and everybody been coming to this country, taking resources. Everybody been in and been out. The judicial system has been so corrupt and crooked. People been stealing money. It's so much rape and so much child trafficking and all types of sin going on right here in this country. That what if he's tired? And what if he allowed Trump to get into office, because it's finna happen? See, a lot of people don't be thinking like that. Everybody be thinking like life has got to be good, and like life is gonna just go gravy like every day, all day. And it ain't like that. What if it's really about to go down? Because I'm telling you, my man G Nice be hitting me, and you know he sticks his head into the news, and so he's always on stuff. So he'll just shoot me like a little text. Did you see this? Such and such is going up. 50% up on this, and it might be something as simple as coffee. He be on it. And so then I'll be checking out what he's saying, and then every now and then we'll slow down and then we'll stop and we'll talk, and he'll fill me in. You dig what I'm saying? He was one of our nerdy thugs that was like a bookworm, and so he'd be on top of stuff. And so it's good to have him, you know what I mean, to enlighten you with like different conversations. And it's like we might be in some trouble. You dig what I'm saying? And for all of my black people, celebrate Black History Month. Be black. But I'm talking about celebrate it in a manner of showing people, man, that we are kings and we queens, and that you dig what I'm saying? We are better than what you label us, and we better than the condition that's being seen. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff we could talk about. Police officer just got away from killing Jakarta. You dig what I'm saying? And somebody showed a picture of the funeral, and they showed his daughter looking in the casket. You know what I mean? And she looked like she about 3 or 4 years old, maybe no more than about 5 years old. I'm not for sure how old she is. But it was so heartbreaking to see her peep over in this casket and look at her father dead. But then again was in the car when he got killed. You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me you this heartless man that you'll kill this young kid in front of his daughter, and then y'all send him home and he can go home. That's the reason why I'm trying to tell you, as black men, and I'm talking about our black men, listen, bro, you do have a duty to start speaking to the youth. You do got a duty to start hollering at some of these guys and saying, hey, some of the ways that we came up under, it was bullshit. All of that gang banging and claiming this and that, savage life, vice lord, gangster, it's bullshit. Because that's what they looking at you as when you take off and you run from them. And even if you ain't, they stereotyping you with that anyway. So guess what he can do? Being black with this color of skin, it gives him the okay and the green light to blow your brains out and go home and go to sleep. And ain't gonna be no repercussions or precautions about it. He can go home and go to sleep. So while y'all sitting up here rapping all of this stupid shit, talking all this dumb, you dig what I'm saying? Thinking it's cool and it's cute. The little homies out here pants sagging, they trying to be just like you, running around with blicks. And for whatever reason, you dig what I'm saying? Here it is. Growing up in the hood, in the streets, anytime you get accustomed to doing something illegal, the first thing you do is when you see the police, you get nervous, you run. And sometimes you ain't even got to be doing nothing, but you run. Man, don't you know it feels so good to be riding around with license and insurance, man, and it ain't nothing y'all can say to me? And I'm one of the smart ones. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try to say I'm just, you know what I mean, the intelligent hoodlum. But listen, I tell you this right here, I know some shit. You know what I mean? And I studied the law, and I'm pretty good at reading, and I'm pretty good at definitions and words. So when you pull me over, you better have your shit together, because you fucking with the right one. I'm telling you now, I ain't for none of that. And I got my license, and I got my insurance, and I don't drink, and I don't smoke. What are we talking about? What did you know what I mean? But see, when you correct and they pull you over and you can talk to them like that, and I ain't got to be disrespectful. It's a certain way that you can kill people and you ain't even got to be disrespectful. But that's another story. I just want to get off that soapbox real quick, man. My heart is broke because Black History Month, y'all don't even want to recognize us for that. You already killing us in the street. You already doing this and that. We killing each other, man. We just got to do better. That's it. So, we're going to be all right. K Dot said it. We're going to be all right. Can't wait to see him next week at the Super Bowl. So, all right, man. Part three, Band-Aids. Um, Insecurities that'll kill your destiny. So, we talked about part one was what are you covering up? You know what I mean? Sometimes you get people that'll come to a relationship or they'll walk around in life and they insecure about something and they'll use that as a band-aid, to treat people a certain way, or they just use it as a coping mechanism because they insecure about stuff. It could be weight, it could be about education, it could be about jobs. You dig what I'm saying? It could be whatever. Then you got the insecurities of body shaming. You know what I mean? And the insecurities of sex, whether a lady is, she big, BBW, stretch marks, she's old, she's going through this and that. A man ain't tall enough for you, or, his size or something like that. You got people that's about that. So that could be an insecurity too. And people use different band-aids to cover it up. Some ladies go with BBLs or they do something to their bodies. Some guys, it's just, they insecure and they just go for it. But then again, you get other guys, and I ain't gonna say that's a band-aid, but they take full advantage of that power that ladies might feed into their egos, making them feel like they just everything. And so part three, Reason why I wanted to do it on a Sunday too is because Sunday was the original Bare Truth podcast. So let's check out the video and we're going to talk about your destiny. What is you here on earth for? And there's some people walking into your destiny and your purpose, man. Everybody was put on this planet for something. You got a purpose in life. Let me take these glasses off. They too dark. I just wanted to show y'all the shades because they match my fit. And I don't think nobody got more shades than me. Nigga think he got more shades than me. Turn up for Christ and burn for life. That's my apple juice. But yeah, um, insecurity will kill your destiny. So that's what we're talking about today. Let me show you this video and then we're going to explain a little bit more. Hopefully, man, I am on TikTok too. They said I was. So hopefully I am. All right. This one.
But he said, take away the rights that came with my name. And let me settle into this insecurity of being shy and bashful and not being all that God told me to be. I'm not going to take up my full space. I'll just serve in the back. God called you to be big. God told you to use everything he gave you. But I messed up. So this is where the enemy plays us. I messed up. So maybe I cannot be used fully. I'm going to take the seat that my insecurity tells me to take, instead of the seat of my identity as a son and daughter of Christ. But that's the distortion that was created. He forgot his place. And today, as we're home, I'm just begging you, don't forget your place.
You cannot let your fear hold you back from your destiny. You have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Do it broke, do it scared, do it nervous, do it trembling, do it on your knees, do it with help, do it on crutches, do it in a wheelchair, because you don't want to end up in a nursing home sitting on a bedpan wondering what would have happened if you'd only had more courage. You don't want to end up in an old folks home and your dying thought is, I wish I had her. Because the one thing that you will never get is more time. So you don't have time to allow your fear to incarcerate you when you have the key. Reach around there, unlock the door, and step into your destiny.
Don't let insecurities kill your destiny. And so that's the point that I was trying to prove with that commercial. And that was the topic. Don't let your insecurity kill your destiny. You know what I mean? And it rings so true and on different levels. And this is why. Because you see what he said? You don't want to be on a hospital bed feeling like, man, I should have, I could have, I would have did this. If I had enough time, I would have did that. And I always try to tell people that, you know what I mean? No matter what we're going through, if we ever just meeting or something like that, keep it 100 with me. Um, if we ain't building nothing and we ain't being cool, it's all right. Just let me know so I can get out your way because time is the one thing I can't get back. And so I don't like to waste it. I don't like to waste time. And here's the thing with insecurity, um, and killing your destiny. Here's one thing that everybody needs to know, and I think some people know it, but this is for the people that ain't. You kind of like floating through life, and you dig what I'm saying. You got to understand that there's an enemy out here and he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So the devil will attack your greatness. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is that anytime God puts you on this planet for a purpose and you got something great that you're supposed to do, and you going into a direction, and I mean, believe me when I say greatness ain't just for you. Anybody that's about to be great or anybody that's got something great that they do, I don't care. You take LeBron James, as good as he is in his basketball, 22 years in basketball, 40 years old, a billionaire. Look at all the good that he do. Not only is he a basketball player, but guess what? That man got a school, the I Promise School, where kids go there, they get uniforms, they get bikes, they get backpacks, they get all of his shoes. And then not only that, but they get college scholarships to go to college when they leave his school. You dig what I'm saying? What about when him and the lady built those homes back in Ohio in those neighborhoods and was letting single parent moms live in those homes? Here go a house for you and your kids to live in if you're a single parent. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you're doing something great, it's always for somebody else. It's always for the better good. So if you the type of person and you being great and it's always I and me, you got your head in the wrong place, fam. And that's the reason why, it just ain't gonna work. What'd you say? What's up, Aunt Banks? You said, yep. Man, just chilling. How you feeling today, big dog? And so one of the things that he will always do, the devil will always distract you. Have you ever noticed, like, you know what I mean, when some good stuff happen, something bad always happen right beside it? And I mean, if you think I'm playing, the Bible even talks about that. Paul talks about that in Romans 7. He says, I see it be a law that every time I would try to do good, I see that evil is close at hand. You dig what I'm saying? As if they just go hand in hand. Like you ain't finna get away with the one and don't get the other. So a lot of times those distractions that the enemy be giving you, it's always something like life just be life and all of a sudden, like say for instance, you in a comfortable situation. And ladies, let me use you this for an example because this can be true for you. Here you are, beautiful. Know that you're a good woman. You dig what I'm saying? You got a good job. But then you got this bum dude that's with you. You know you deserve better. You know that you got a great calling on your life. You know that you got a good heart and you be doing good things. But guess what? You and him live in a house. Y'all split bills. And at the same time, your job, everything is comfortable. He might watch the kids every now and then. Maybe you work third shift, so he's the one that's at home while you go to work. So it just works out. So he gets the kids up and ready. But I'm talking about that comfortability can be anything. It could be anything that'll stop you from stepping outside of your comfort zone. And so what I'm trying to say is that dude or that situation could be the distraction because you can do bad by yourself. You can go ahead and say, all right, I'm done with this. I'm going to get out and I'm going to go on my own. But a lot of times we be thinking, man, I ain't going to do this and that because I ain't got no help. Ain't nobody going to watch my kids. And even though he ain't shit, at least he here to do this and that. Okay, well, right now, at least he helping me pay half of the rent. So then that way that free up this money so I can go do this and that. We always get scared. When it comes to stepping out on a limb and doing something great, it's always a distraction or something like that. And a lot of times those be them darts from the enemy. He be trying to throw you some stuff, man, trying to make you feel like you can't do this or like, man, listen, sometimes you better get going. You dig what I'm saying? You better get up and move. Um, Distortion is trying to use you and make you feel like you ain't qualified. You know what I mean? Like you ain't got enough money to move or you ain't got the right certification. You know what I mean? If you can get you well, you have to wait until you get you a better job. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I'm gonna move in there. I'm scared to do this. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this true story. Um, this dude, I be cutting his hair, and in the last, and I'm not exaggerating. Listen to me when I tell you this. In like the last 5 to 6 months, I'm gonna say the last 5 or 6 months, the man that had 3 jobs. I ain't been able to, find a third shift type factory job, to complement this barbershop since I left craft. And that was in May. This man had like 3 jobs, all factory, all supervisor. So I'm cutting his hair and I'm like, so what did you do? You dig what I'm saying? To get these jobs to the point where he can argue with people. He be like, so he got hired in Iowa City and he only been there for 2 weeks. But then as soon as he got there, another job in Iowa City wants to hire him and they offered him 20 more thousand a year than what they doing. So the one job, they mad at him because he just left there. But not only that, he just left a job out in Muscatine where it was still like 70 something $1,000 an hour. And he told him like straight up, I'm managing too many people and this ain't enough money. And you know what I mean? Y'all didn't promote me like y'all said y'all was gonna promote me, so I'm finna go. Now he does this real smooth. Now I gotta give it to him. He puts in his 2 weeks notice, but he let him know. But I was intrigued by the cockiness of his conversation, of just being able to sit there and, will and deal himself. You dig what I'm saying? So confident and knowing his worth when he comes into a company or a factory, being able to say, hey, I know what I bring to the table. All right. He took the one job that was 70,000 down here in Muscatine. He cut that off and said, all right, I'm finna go back up here where I was at because it was more peace. and I get off work at like 2:30 in the afternoon. I can jump on the highway, come back to the crib. You know what I mean? I can spend time with my kids. Everything is based around his shorties because he co-parenting with his ex, and he makes sure he get his kids. So he thinks about life. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm talking about he's super smooth too, though. You dig what I'm saying? Talking about far as like life and making things happen. He was the one who showed me his ring and was like, "I'm finna propose to my girl." You dig what I'm saying? Reason why I'm telling y'all that because ladies, there is some real guys out here. Like, there's some dudes out here that's really making moves that do that. Get up and go to work. That's valuable, know they worth, and really want to be in love. So back to the main thing. The main thing was like, fam, what kind of training did you get to where you filling out these supervisor positions? Because other people is offering positions too. And it's like, man, I filled out an app over there. He was like, yeah, they hollering at me. They wanted to do this and that. They want to offer me six figures, but they doing a swing shift and they want me to work 12 hours. He's like, nah, I ain't doing that. And he can do it because his girl, she got money. She ain't broke. He ain't broke. So you see what I'm saying? Just to be able to put yourself in a position to where you can argue with a person about what I'm gonna do and what I won't do. Some people out here like, man, what? You paying how much? If you say anything over 20, you finna get them. Like, hold on. You paying $20 an hour, 22, 23. Like, you paying 23. I'm finna start right now. I'm finna hang up the phone and come in there today. Like, all right, you paying, you know what I mean? And I'm saying because it's the Quad Cities. And that's a decent little money an hour to stay out the way. You dig what I'm saying? Me, I take it because I got side hustles. I DJ and then I'm a barber. You dig what I'm saying? So I'll take that and then add it with that. You dig what I'm saying? But it's a Quad City. So all right. So what am I trying to say? Don't ever put yourself in a position to feel like you can't make a move because you ain't qualified. Get yourself to the point where you dig what I'm saying. Your insecurities is not killing your destiny. So when you fill out job applications, I got another little young dude, man. When I tell you my little homie is so amazing, he from New Orleans. He's like 22, maybe 20, 21, 22, something like that. But he's on every type of certificate that you can get in the medical field. From a CNA to a LPN, I mean to a RN. Now he's working on his LPN. He was trying to get a certificate as a mortician. You dig what I'm saying? And all he does, he be just doing. He ain't got no kids. He take little trips. He travel, but he be on the court on a computer taking them online classes. And I keep telling him, man, like keep leveling up because it's gonna pay off. Because if this is what your destiny is going to look like, it's yours. But guess what y'all be doing sometime? And I ain't going to say everybody, so we're not generalizing and we ain't judging people. Guess what y'all be doing? Man, I ain't got the time. I'll go back to school when I want to. I got kids. I got to go do it now. See, sometimes people will be letting their insecurities kill their destiny. So when you get off work, instead of rolling up a blunt trying to get something to sip with your girls, why don't you go jump into another class and try to say, okay, if this is the level, let me see what I can do. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of time, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't like the factory job. You know what I mean? I don't like it. Only thing I care about the factory job is because they will hire you as a felon and they'll put you to work. And then I like it when they pay you every week. So I'll come in there and I'll get down for you so I can see that check every week. You dig what I'm saying? But there's a bigger picture and there's a bigger vision on my level anyway. But I'm not knocking anybody else if that's what you do. So here go the advice for you. Why not jump into a job and then look at the other positions that's in a job and see how much they make in an hour? For example, one of my guys, he was the lead over here at Kraft. He doing sanitation. All of a sudden, he like, man, I'm finna try to jump in the maintenance crew. Now, I ain't gonna even front. I was like, you know what? I thought about it because listen, anytime that we was working at Craft and we went to that back room to where maintenance was at, most most of them guys was back there sitting on their phones just talking. They wasn't doing nothing. You dig what I'm saying? They sitting back there, and then when you call them, they come through. They got the little abilities and the skills to take something apart and replace something. But man, them dudes back there making like 33, 35, $37 an hour, and they chilling. It's warm back there, and they cooling. It's just like, what the hell? Like, you know what? And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Why would you just settle for the 21 to 22, get paid every week, hit a couple of clubs, buy some weed, drink, get a couple of pairs of J's, and let that be life. Come on, fam. Think bigger. You gotta think bigger. If you ain't thinking bigger, I don't know what you're trying to do. But a lot of times this is what it is. If you don't see the vision of somebody doing something big in your life, sometimes you'll never reach for it. You know what I mean? And I hate that about my peoples because sometimes the areas where we be at, like, you know what I mean, coming from projects and stuff like that, most of the dreams is boom. I know one thing, I can get out here and get this bag. I could take this bag and hit the block all night. That's a for show. You dig what I'm saying? Or he got a wicked jump shot, or he wicked with that football. You dig what I'm saying? Or he cold with that mic, and then most of the ladies it'd be like some medical type stuff, unless one or two, a few of them go to college. And I ain't gonna try to again generalize the whole projects or the hood, but that's the norm. You dig what I'm saying? And so sometimes when it comes to destiny, ain't nobody reaching above what they can go for, you know? And it's so much out here. It's so much winning, that people ain't even tapping into it. So many resources and stuff like that, man. Like these ladies that's cold with this grant writing. Man, getting like buildings and getting people to fund it and getting the grants for it and then turning around and opening up businesses that you always wanted to do, things that you wanted to do, hiring people and having people come in and do some things for you, man. It's all about leveling up and being a boss, man. You better stop being scared. Don't let your insecurity scare your destiny. Rachel, what did you say? Self doubt is a thief. It let's post it. Let's post it and read it. Okay, Rachel says self doubt is a thief. It makes you overthink, push away what's right, and hesitate until it's too late. Either you drop it or it robs you blind. Okay, and so let me tie that into what I was trying to say with the devil. When you're great and you have a great calling on your life, a lot of people is not spiritual, but I am, and he will attack you. Those is like darts. You dig what I'm saying? Um, Always trying to come to rob. One of the things you use, you says rob or steal. You dig what I'm saying? Kill, steal, and destroy. There's a scripture in the Bible where Jesus says the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. I came that you might have more life and have it more abundantly. So he's saying, I come to give you life, but he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. A lot of people overlook the scripture. It's biblical. A lot of people know it, but they just don't look at it as in life. But if you wake up and you got somebody that's killing your dreams or beating your dreams up, sometimes stop in the midst of a noisy day. Why don't you stop and be still and think about your life? Think about what you're thinking about. Okay, what is my thoughts? Is my thoughts on point? Am I making the right decisions in these moments? Last week, did I do the right thing last week? What did I do that was good? What did I do that was bad? What could I have done that could have been better? What do I really want to do in my life? And you know that you got a purpose because it's that thing that's inside of your heart and it burns and it gives you you sleep about it, you think about it, you eat, it's on your mind. You dig what I'm saying? And then when sometimes when you get a chance to do it, like just a little bit of it or something like that, you do it so naturally that it don't even feel like you doing it. It's just like it ain't work. Just like when I'm public speaking, like I'm getting ready to go over there to the University of Iowa. And I mean, they be up in the stands and it's a bunch of medical students and stuff like that. And when you sitting there and you listening to other people talk, these are professors and doctors and psychiatrists, and they telling these people about all these different things and all these different medicines. People are on Zoom conferences and they saying what they do when they come into the prison and how they have to do this and what they do. And so I'm listening to them, and it's just like, where do I fit in at? So then when I get up there, I gotta basically, okay, I'm coming from an inmate perspective. So what can I tell you from an inmate's perspective that will be my own lane and make you pay attention to what I got to say? And I mean, I thank God for it, but it's just about my life. It's just about, what we think about nurses when they come in there. The majority of what inmates will do to another inmate if they really harm a woman. A lot of guys in prison is not in there trying to harm women. They will kill something before they let something happen to you because it's just instinct. You dig what I'm saying? And just giving them the game. I'm really giving them game. So all of y'all giving them knowledge about pills and about this and about laws and you know what I mean? I'm finna come to the table and I'm finna give you some game. I'm finna chop it up. I was in there and I'm finna tell you straight up, what's finna happen, how to look out for them, how to, peep out this behavior. As soon as I get done, it's the same thing. When it's over with, hey, it's so nice to meet you and thank you. Um, you said you do a podcast. Can we, you know what I mean? And they always want to get on the podcast, and I'm talking about they intrigued by what I'm saying because it's me. And it's just like when I'm sitting there, the enemy be kind of giving you like this little fear, like, dang, because it's like, man, like probably like about 30, 40, 50 of them or something like that sitting up in there. You know what I mean? And then you standing next to these people that probably make like six figures. You know what I mean? I'm getting a few dollars. You dig what I'm saying? To come up here and speak. But here it is. It's like once I get up there, next thing you know, I just go into my zone and I just remember how I used to go through pill line, how I used to be, what I used to do when I wake up, certain stories when the officer and the nurse got killed, how it affected the prison, how most of us think, and they want to hear that. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm telling you all of this because there's something in you too that you owe to the world, that God gave it to you. So let's go to the next point. I'm gonna show you this other video because I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that before we get out of here. Yeah, we rocking. Dang, we talking too much. All right, hold on. Let me show you another one. Mm, it's fear. It's this one. 31 minutes. All right.
Our own insecurities prevent us from being great. We can't work with nobody. We can't be in a relationship with nobody. We can't build a team, be a part of a team. We can't build a community, can't be a part of a community or anything thriving because our own insecurities. Can't even give someone else props because we scared somebody might think we dick riding. That's your own insecurities. Insecurities stop you from giving someone else a helping hand or shine light on someone's greatness because you afraid they gonna outshine you. You afraid they secretly greater than you and people gonna see that. That's your own insecurities. So insecurities prevent you from helping, being a part of anything, or just doing anything great because you so insecure and you have to be thin-skinned and touchy and selfish. And that's what holding us back for real, our own insecurities. Insecurities kill more dreams than failure any day. Michael Jordan had to fail against the Pistons because he understood he had to get stronger to beat them. Kobe Bryant missed those three-pointers against Utah's rookie year because he realized he had to get stronger. And so they failures turned into triumph. But insecurities make you not even get off the porch. Insecurities make you not even want to get started. You need the approval of them. You don't want to be disliked or laughed at by them. You so insecure your own self. You need everybody to pat you on your ass before you even get started. And they ain't nothing but your own weak weasel insecurities. And so what I say, man, you just jump in it and you fail. Because when you fail, you going to learn what mistakes you made to come back and be better. But that insecurity stuff will keep you procrastinating and overthinking and blaming everybody else for the rest of your life, for real.
Fear, the number one insecurity. You hide that. And another one of the things that he said that I like so much is that thin skin and being sensitive. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. And but you got to be sincere. Don't be doing this on no fake thing. This is the goal, and this is how I thank God that He gave me this blueprint because it's really His love. You got to be willing to celebrate other people. You know what I mean? Because when you come to this term, I done told y'all this before, so sometimes it might be a little bit cliche. I done told you this plenty of times that my blessing is not for you. Your blessing is not for me. So I'm never into competition with nobody. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm confident in my skin. You know what I mean? Like I don't care nothing about. I love my height. I love my complexion. I love the way that I dress. I mean everything about me. It doesn't make me better than anybody. I'm just trying to be the best version of me because this is how God created me. You dig what I'm saying? I got my own fingerprints. I got my own DNA. You dig what I'm saying? When he did your boy, he broke the mold. When he did you, he broke the mold. But you got to be happy with yourself. I'm never measuring myself up to nobody else because what you got going on in life, that's for you, bro. And it's enough resources out here for me to get mine and for me to be happy with mine. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm never in a position where I never celebrate people. But that fear of celebrating or clapping for somebody else because you feel like they're going to be better than you. Oh, I can't do this and that. I can't support them in that because I don't want them to outshine me. We used to see it in prison like all the time. Oh, such and such got it for the camp. They got this or they got that. Or people walking around talking about they the greatest. You said, what? I walk into rooms without waiting permission. I take risks. Most people, hold on, let's post this. Rachel, positive person. Now listen to this. Rachel says, I walk into rooms without waiting for permission. I take risks most people shy away from. Insecurity may exist at times, but it never runs the show. I do. That's real shit. I got to give it to you because the insecurity will always pop up, and you got to understand that that's the devil. He don't want you to do anything great, because when you being great, it puts you in a position to glorify God. See, real people that's winning, they already know it ain't nothing that's in me. It ain't the strength that I got. It's the strength that God gave me. Anything, creativity, anything that you like in me, believe me, it's because he gives me sense. Other than that, I don't got that. He decided to put me on earth. There's a scripture in the Bible. He says, well, I formed you in the womb. He says, before a day even existed, he said, you knew him beforehand. And this is David. He writing the Psalms and he talking to God. And he was just like, you formed me in my mom's inner parts of her belly. Like you put me together. You dig what I'm saying? My name is written on the palm of your hands. And one of the scriptures, it says, you was created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand before the world existed. Saying that before the world even existed, he knew the date that you was coming in here, what you was going to be born, what your gender was going to be, and everything that you was going to go through. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's an awesome God. So when you start looking at life like that, anything that's trying to stop you, you got to know it's the devil. You got to know them little bitty insecurities, those little bitty jitters and them butterflies, they come with the territory. That's why you got to face it. My sister said that. Check out my page. check out my page. Okay, so my big sister, she over in Africa, right? And she posted one, and she walking behind these lions with a stick. Then she's got this other one where she sit down petting a crocodile. And I'm telling her, I'm like, you on bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? Now you know we straight from the hood. We arsenal courts all day long, turnkey and Lincoln Homes. You know we ain't never seen no alligators and no lions. And you walking behind these lions with a stick. And she was just like, boy, you gotta face your fears. And so you did what I'm saying. She said she took it, she walked out on the limb and she got behind it and she doing it. She over in Africa. She doing the most because hey, I paid to come over here. I'm finna see it. I'm finna live and I'm finna do it. And in life, it's gotta be like that. It's gotta be just like that. I ain't gonna say I'm finna, you dig what I'm saying? Get on the ground and pat the crocodile. I don't want to pat the crocodile. Mix might, you dig what I'm saying? What's up to my gator? Mix, you might be over there on the alligator farm and pet the crocodiles. That's up to you. You know what I'm saying? That might be a dope video or something. But I've seen too many of them where they go bad. You dig what I'm saying? And they too fast to where if he turn and he snap his mouth, he can break your arm or anything. You not finna turn on me. You not. I don't want to test my speed against you. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want to know if I can run faster than you. I just don't want to put myself in that position. Walking behind the lions, I might have if Umar would have been there with a rifle on him. Like you keep that rifle pointed on him. If he turned, boy, you better shoot him in his face. I'm talking about in his skull, stop him from moving, because I don't want no smoke with this. But back to the main thing. She says, insecurities may exist, but it never runs the show. I do. You have to run the show. Matter of fact, it was your show. God put you in this room. He put you in this position for you to take the lead. You are enough. He gave you the knowledge and the wisdom. You was ready for this moment. Sometimes people drop the ball on preparing, but at the end of the day, if this is what you're supposed to be doing, this is what you do. You dig what I'm saying? And when you do it, you step up with your chest out. Say it with your chest. But listen, always be willing, man, to support others. Another thing that happens is failure. People are scared that they're gonna fail. So a lot of times they won't do a lot of stuff because they don't want people to look like they losing. But you see what he was talking about, like with Michael Jordan. He had to lose a couple times. See, people talk about the 6 rings, but they don't talk about how Detroit was bopping his head before he even got to the first ring. You dig what I'm saying? And then how Kobe and them got bopped upside the head before he got to it. LeBron got bopped upside the head twice in the finals in Cleveland, got bopped upside the head against the Dallas Mavericks, and then came back and won 2 back to back. You dig what I'm saying? Got bopped upside the head by Golden State, went back and got down on them, being down 1-3. They went and got KD and bopped him up again. He went out to LA and boom, here go another one for y'all. Then at 40, he just dropped like 30 something on New York. When you called to be great, you never be scared about if you're going to fail. Failure is the blueprint to the success, because anytime that you fail, now you know what you got to do to win. And that's one thing about me, man. I don't care nothing about failing, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Even like when I went to prison, when I came home, I didn't hold my head down. Shit, I got right back into the game, jumped on the podcast. I knew people was gonna take shots. I knew people was gonna say whatever they wanted to say. But once you know who you are, and this right here is kind of difficult because it's true, but you'll never get it unless you get it. If your identity is in Christ, you don't never have to worry about your past. You know what I mean? And we're gonna talk about that next. But I just want to just give you that, because some people won't fuck with you because they scared of who you are or what you've been through. You dig what I'm saying? And so they don't want to be associated with you because they think they better than you. They scared of what somebody else is gonna say because they hanging with you. You dig what I'm saying? You got some chicks right now that probably won't talk to you because I heard this about him and shit. And you shorty, you gonna miss out on a blessing because you listen to what somebody else said. Nigga, you gonna miss out on a blessing on a nice woman because somebody else told you that she was trash or she was this and she was that. I ain't never listening to nobody. I'm finna figure this out on my own, and I'm gonna play it by how you treat me. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just like in life. If you fail at something, get back up and go at it. Don't be scared to give people they flowers while they're here on earth. When God created you and you feel like you great, he ain't stopped creating other great people. I ain't talking about like, people that rap and they raps like, you might hear Mick say, I think I'm the GOAT. Um, when it's come to hip hop, you're supposed to be braggadocious. You're supposed to feel like you the best in any type of thing, like where it's sports, boxing. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta feel like you're the best when you walk in the ring. You see, I had Najee and I'm stunning Steve Edwards on the podcast, and they both pop their shit. Because when you in certain things, you gotta feel like you are. But I ain't to the point where I can't give another person props and say, hey man, dude, he flow. Shorty right there, she, you know what I mean? She dope. You know what I mean? You got to be able to do that. If you can't do that, you're a sucker. You dig what I'm saying? Because when God created you, he didn't stop making great people. You dig what I'm saying? But you got some people who feel like that, and you got some people who scared to fail, and that's gonna stop your destiny. I'm gonna show you another video, then we're gonna do this. Hold on, keep that thought. What did you say? Let me post this one real quick. Let me read this. Failure is a possibility, but regret. Oh, I'm finna talk about regret. So let's keep that up there. Failure is a possibility, but regret is a guarantee if you don't try. Every misstep has taught me more than hesitation ever could. That's true. And I'm gonna show y'all this other video. And then, dang, you sound like you've been reading my notes or something. Are you in my head, girl? Don't do that. You should have been on the show. Hold on, last one. Check this one out.
You always get in trouble when you start comparing your calling to somebody else's. Because when you compare callings, you catch insecurity. When you compare callings, you catch insufficiency. The enemy deceives you. He can't take what God gave you. You know that, right? I need to make sure you know that. He can't take what God gave you. But if he can get you to catch a thought that opposes it, he can keep you so weak that you will not walk into it.
Been through some stuff that you ain't proud of, you don't want nobody to know about. What if I told you that that was the qualification for implementation, for God to lead you to your destiny? Because if you've never been through Egypt, how can you lead me out of it? The bigger the dysfunction becomes, the bigger your destiny is. And some of y'all so ashamed of what you've been through, but you don't understand is what you've been through that's going to take you to what you're going. Can I tell you, the more trouble you've been through, the more trouble God's going to use you to bring somebody out of. I don't know if you might be too embarrassed to be honest about your past, but can I tell you, God going to use your past to change somebody's future?
And I like what he's saying because it goes back to what I was just saying about failure. People are scared to use their failures and then they'll let the enemy let that be on you like a dead weight. Like you can't move now because no, now you disqualified. You went through this or you did this and that. Everybody gonna laugh at you if you try to do this and that. So then Rachel says failure is a possibility. And failure is not only is it a possibility, it's inevitable. Everybody is gonna fail at something sometime in life. You're not gonna get it right and you're not gonna win every contest. It's not gonna happen. But regret is a guarantee if you don't try. That's so dope right there. Because that regret if you don't try, it puts you in that what I was saying, the woulda or the shoulda, woulda, couldas. You know what I mean? That regret of saying that, you know what I mean, I never tried. I should have been like this. I would have been like this. I could have been like this. You know, me and my guy, sometimes we be talking and I remember him from the 90s and he remembered me. He from Chicago. And I used to, shop with some of his people. And we used to always talk about all the money we ran through. You know, Americana was like a gold mine at one time. Seven Deuce was a gold mine at one time. And we touched like a lot of money. And it was just like, damn, you think and you sit back on the knowledge that you got now and you say, man, if I'd have had my mind like that, I should have did this with that money. I should have made some better investments. You know what I mean? I should have made some better choices. And don't let that stick in your head because that's how the devil will beat you up. You should have did this, you should have did that. So now you thinking back in the past. Just like I was trying to do the duplex. I wanted because the guy across the street, he has a traveling nurse that comes and she stays like 3 days out of the week and he charges her like $450 a week. You dig what I'm saying? So I got to add that. I'm like, okay, 902 weeks. That's $1,800 a month just to rent his bedroom out, and she's only there 3 days out of the week. So okay, oh yeah, what you say? That part right there, little bro. And my man Javante Hurst says you can always restart. Hey, I don't know how early you've been tuned in, but I just got done using you as an example, my dude. I'm so proud of you, fam. This is my little young brother right here, man, who is always studying and leveling up. You dig what I'm saying? He's always reaching for a different certificate. He will not stop learning at no cost. He stay fly, he stay fresh, and my man bought me a fresh pair of Reeboks for Christmas because he loved me as his barber. I'm talking about, I salute you, little bro. And I was just bragging on you earlier today, and now you on here. That's dope. But so I seen the dude across the street. The wheels got to turning like, get this duplex. I go in there to go talk to my guy at the thing. So my credit score at the time, he's like, man, listen, as crunching numbers, they was gonna give me something like about 115. But then, okay, here he come with this. Since I had just jumped into the lack too. You dig what I'm saying? He probably looking at me. I ain't gonna say this is what he's saying. I'm just saying how I'm looking back in hindsight. All right, well, we just put you in this car. You dig what I'm saying? We know you go to work. We know you got these little different things going on. But why don't you come back in October when the interest rates is gonna drop? And he was like, right now, you know what I mean? They up in the tens and they just and like that. He was like, I'm telling you, man. He was like, shoot, you come back probably like in October, give it another 6 months. You've been paying the car because I was paying the car up months in advance. And he was like, you keep doing it like that. In October, you stay on this track. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see a rise over here. We could probably get you a better rate. We can do this and that. All right, cool. I shot out to LA for my birthday. You dig what I'm saying? And you know how we do. It's like, boom, I shot on out there. Went to the Lakers game, went to go see LeBron, cop some shoes, put some shoes on the car. You dig what I'm saying? And next thing you know, it just went chaotic. Got hurt at the job a second time, lost the job, and then just been working the barbershop. And now it's just like we weren't in the position to even double back. So there you go with that. Back in February, I would have put a down payment on a duplex. Hadn't I listened to him, you see what I'm saying? And that's a regret. Because guess what? If you put the down payment on a duplex, I don't give a shit what the interest rate is. If the bill is that higher, guess what you got to do now? Now you got to get more focused over here on the paper route. The paper route has got to be sincere now. Now we got to get up and just boom, 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 put your head down. And me, really smart with the legal shit, got to filing complaints on the managers and supervisors and shit. They get up out of here. You dig what I'm saying? Smart guy, you too smart over here. You dig what I'm saying? But that's how it goes. And now you looking back on shoulda. If I'd have had this smarts when I was running through them thousands back on 7 Deuce in the cannon, I should have made some better investments. I would have bought that duplex back during that time when they offered it to me, but the interest rates was too high. Or it's that could have. You know what I mean? I tell people about the story about how I blew the 3 record deals when I was in the ATL. I could have been signed to Dr. Dre. I could have been signed to Noontime, who got August Alsina. I was there with Rico Wade and them in the Dungeon family, with Outkast, Goody Mob, and all of them. Sarah Brown was the A&R. My man Butchie B, he knew Daryl Simmons and them that was over there at LaFace Records. You know, we had inside scoops, and I was popular. I just didn't have my mind right. If I'd have had my mind right, I could have been signed. He just said something that was dope, though. You can always restart, because what the devil will do, he'll make you look back on your past, and now all of a sudden you got all of these shoulda, woulda, couldas, and now you ain't even moving. Now you just stuck, and you steadily doing the same old thing, and you stuck. And now we ain't finna do that. This was 2024 was such a good year for hip hop. It don't make no sense, man. I'm talking about everybody damn near old school that dropped, that could have dropped, from Ice Cube, Redman, Snoop. Um, you had Ghostface Killer dropped again. You dig what I'm saying? And this year, right now, you got Slick Rick and them finna come again. I think the Wu finna drop some stuff. Meth is finna come. And the reason why I'm saying that Nas and them dropping is because these guys is older than me. These guys is 51, 52, 53, and they still rapping, and they showing people that, listen, I'm in my right mind. I still got bars, and I know how to make good music. People love music. If you make good music and people love it, then they're going to bob their heads to it. And that's all it is. That's all it is. If it's good music, people love it. They're going to bob their heads to it. You dig what I'm saying? If you're an older a lady and you taking care of yourself and you got yourself together, people are always going to try to, you're always going to be valuable. Somebody going to talk to you. If you're an older man and you keeping yourself together, you dig what I'm saying? It's just a way of life. So all the shoulda, woulda, couldas, what did she say in that last one? Um, but regret is a guarantee. The regret is going to be a guarantee if you don't give it 100%. Let me see, what does she say? How do you discern between insecurity creating doubt and your intuition warning that something isn't meant for you? Okay, let's do this, because this is a question. I'm glad you said that, because sometimes we don't get that. We got a question now. Rachel says, how do you discern between insecurity creating doubt and your intuition warning that something isn't meant for you? Okay, here it is. I know for a fact that if a guy is in his 40s and he's in prison and he gets out, in prison he was killing the game on basketball. So we know some dudes that's in there that's super cold in their late 30s and their 40s. We know for a fact that you ain't finna get out and go to the NBA. But guess what you can do? You can be the best coach. You see what my man Nazir is doing with them young kids? Lonnie Ray with the academy, and there's grants for it. You dig what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have missed the ball on something that was meant for you. It comes with prayer. You know what I mean? Because God is always going to lead you. In my Bible, let me see if it's here. I think I got it with me. Let me see if I can find this thing that this guy told me when I was in prison. And it's in my Bible. And I had to write it down. And it was so true. He says this: the will of God will never lead you where the grace of God won't keep you. The will of God will never lead you where the grace of God won't keep you. So this is it. If it's an insecurity creating a doubt and it's the devil trying to throw something at you, you know one thing, you're never too old to cook. You're never too old to do hair. If you up on the styles and you know what you're doing and you got a flair for that, you're never too old. There's some things that just don't go out of style until you get tired and you want to retire. There's certain things that you know that you got to get in the game for. Like, say for instance, to be in the NBA, WNBA, or to be a Major League Baseball player, you have to go through certain steps. They still have certain tryouts. So even if you still feel like you wanted to try out, you can still go try out for them. But keep your shit realistic. Be 100% with yourself and have some common sense. Like, if this goal right here at this age is not attainable because I missed the mark according to age, going through college scouts and having a manager or a talent, having a manager or agent backing me, what's the next best thing? I tell you what I can do. I can study out how to be a scout or either be a manager or either be an agent. There's so many people that's doing that like right now. Learn how to do that and go to high schools and start messing with them right now. So when they go to college, because now these little college kids, they can get endorsements and they can be sponsored. They can get endorsements and everything. So now they ain't stopping them from taking money now. But be sincere. If you're gonna go help this little young kid out, help him come on through high school. Give him the game that you didn't have. Take your failures and you give the game to somebody else. Because that's that greatness that's in you. God called you to be great. You might be like, all right, man, I would have burnt Michael Jordan ass up. I would have beat the shit out of LeBron. Okay, you didn't. They great. You didn't make it. You ain't got no championships. But guess what you can do? You can go take somebody else and make him a champion. That's the reason why I keep trying to tell all of these old dudes, all of these old heads, everybody that they call in the OG, you have a right and you have a duty to go back to these little young homies and tell them we fucked up. We had the game twisted, my dude. We wrong. Women are queens. They are beautiful. We need to try to figure them out the same way you love your mom and you love your sister. When you get you a girlfriend, she's not a bitch. She's not a whore. You dig what I'm saying? Pull your pants up when you go inside a room and go talk to somebody. When you go do a job application, talk to them like a man. Hold your head up high. Be proud of yourself. You're a young prince. You're a king. You dig what I'm saying? We have a right and a duty to go back and get a game to somebody else because while you breathing on this planet, God has got a mission and a purpose for you. People ain't tapping in. That's the problem. You dig what I'm saying? The devil is there. You got enemies. And I'm telling you right now, if you ain't got a few haters on your line, something ain't right. You dig what I'm saying? You got to have some haters. They come with the territory. They let you know that you on point because they hating on you and you ain't doing nothing but trying to win and you doing good and you wishing them well at the same time. So why they hating on you? Just like I was telling you about the dude, I didn't even know. Didn't even want me DJing at the thing. You ain't never met me in my life, but you didn't even want me to DJ. You was down to go pay somebody else more money, 500 when I was only charging this just because you don't want me on the bill. It's like, fam, I love you and I don't even know you. I love you with the character of Christ. Shoot. If you'd have came and chopped it up with you, I could have put your boots on to what's going on with me. Let's shake hands and hug. Like, fam, this is what I do. And on top of that, I'm a shoe fanatic. Fuck with your boy. You dig what I'm saying? I'm cool like that. For real. In real life, I'm cool like that. But that's a good question. Check that out. Discernment between insecurity that creates doubt, that's the enemy. He's always trying to stop you. He don't want to see you do nothing. There's a lot of people I try to tell Delco, he is dope when it comes to cooking. That man made some chicken enchiladas that was out of this world. I fucked with Rudy's enchiladas. I done fuck with some of the most authentic Mexican restaurants. Now I ain't gonna say he like authentic like some real Mexican people. But if he was to sell some plates and put the shit together the way he designed my tray, it would have went. So it's just like it's certain people that's got certain gifts and certain talents, and you sitting back and you're not exercising them to the fullest. It's gonna come a time in your life where you're gonna wish that you had to gave it all you got. You dig what I'm saying? You would have gave it all you got. I ran into a lady like last night, and she was like, "What you been doing?" Like, shit, just chilling, staying out the way, cutting hair. She was like, "Shit, well, that's your forte anyway." Ain't that the truth? Ever since I was 13 years old, I grew up in a house. My mama had a pair of clippers. She was a beautician. Guess what I did? I took them clippers, started practicing on all the kids in the neighborhood. So I began to be the barber for Seven Deuce. Mike Liddell was the barber for Americana. E. Hud was the barber for his little crew. Herc and Troy Shorter was the barber for In Town. You dig what I'm saying? You had different barbers for different places. I went to prison, still barber. Came home, jumped right in the game. Certain things you called to do when you know that it's your calling. Don't let nobody stop you. When motherfuckers didn't even want to give me a chair in a spot, I remodeled the basement, put a chair in the basement, put the LLC on this shit, and just went for what I know. And I ain't stopped breathing. When Kraft fired me, guess what? God kept me breathing. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't missed a beat. Him first, though, but it's just, why should I stop? You dig what I'm saying? When I know this is what I do. Why would I ever stop? You don't want me in your shop? You don't want to give me a chair over there? Okay. Guess what? I build my own shit. Just that simple. Not bragging, not boasting, just saying that's the blueprint. That's it. That's how the shit go. And it might sound simple, but Nick, it's up to you. You the one got to put in the work. It's your calling. It's your gift. It's your time. It's your energy. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do with your time? Is you gonna put the time in there? You gonna wake up and put the effort in this shit, or you gonna wake up and you gonna lay in bed? You gonna sleep? You gonna roll up another blunt? You finna go get you another drink? You finna bend some corners? You finna play the game all day? What you finna do? It's up to you, man. To whom much is given, much more is required. That's a true statement. That's a Bible scripture. Some of y'all gotta understand that. Y'all crying, woe is me, because life be life, and then sometimes it gets hard. But sometimes, man, when you very creative, much more is required. Um, Somebody said, you dropped the ball this weekend. I got a lot on my plate. Not an excuse, but I got a lot on my plate. You know what I mean? And it's just like the devil be throwing darts. As soon as I'm trying to go somewhere and I'm trying to make some other things happen, my mom go to the hospital. You know what I mean? Me and my grandson, we trying to figure our life out. We ain't got the best relationship. And it's a lot going on. We trying to get the show going on. I got clients and stuff, so I'm steadily trying to promote the show. We trying to get Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I'm gonna play you the commercial after that. You dig what I'm saying? I got DJ gigs coming up, and the public speaking gig in Iowa City, and I'm arguing with my insurance company about my car. We battling about that, and not only that, we got a workman's comp claim going on where they sending me out of town to like medical places. So when I say I got like a platter of shit in my face, it is what it is. But to whom much is given, much more is required. You know, and sometimes life is gonna be like that for you because you got a lot of things. You got people pulling on you, pulling off your energy. God created you to do some great shit. And it might be fun, you know, when you seeing the proceeds, when you collecting the money or somebody clap for you. Everybody like for somebody to tell them that they doing good. But don't nobody see the type of work that you got to put in to keep doing what you trying to do. This shit is hard work, man. Um, but the greatest version of you is gonna be disciplined. So don't let your insecurity kill your destiny. You're gonna have to be disciplined. That's gonna be the best version of me. I don't do this. I don't drink. I don't smoke. You dig what I'm saying? There's certain things that you gotta say, I stand on. I just don't do this. Because that's the only way that you're gonna reach your destiny. Because the devil is gonna try to have people pulling at you. They're gonna be trying to pull you over here, pull you over there, let's go over here, let's go do that. If you ain't got no discipline, you're gonna fall off, you know? And so with that said, let me show y'all one more little thing. I wanna show y'all this. Because it's been dope. It has been going down. Check this out real quick. Pop the balloon of Find Love. Quad Cities edition. Small towns need love too. You know what I mean? Lifestyle Productions. And it's finna go down. It's really finna go down. And so y'all will see it on our pages. Check this out. Scan the barcode. Fill out applications. I went through the carriage house. I got some ladies that wanted to fill it out. I went through Yoshi's. They filling it out. Um, I was at the Skylight last night. Got some people to fill it out. I went through the Elks. I got some people to fill it out. I went through the Happy Hollow. I didn't pass out too many, but they there. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what they want to do or how they want to do it. Because here's the thing, and I just told this dude this today. I found some cool dudes. Shout out to my cousin Jerry on, man. He was like, you know, cuz I'm gonna pop up for you. I'm gonna do that. And I gotta give it to him. My cousin, he fresh. He make jogging suits. He got the dreads. He dark skinned. He got a little height on him. He's a very humble and smooth dude. Very respectful and stuff like that. So I know the little ladies, they'll be all on him. You know what I mean? And he was like, cuz I'll step up there and I'll do it. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna mess around and we're gonna cast like about 1, 2, 3 episodes. Everybody gonna see it and it's gonna blow up, and then all of a sudden everybody gonna be in there. But there's this dark cloud over the Quad Cities, and we got to stop being negative. You know what I mean? When it comes to supporting each other, man, let's support each other's, you know what I mean, ventures and events, anything that they get into, and make sure that, you know what I mean, you giving it 100%, because there's not a lot that's going on. You know what I mean? And so when we do have some events pop out, I got to tell you, um, I love the fights. Um, Bro, the one that coming up February the 8th, I'm there. I gotta support Najee. I gotta support Gary Welch. Um my man Stunning Steve Edwards. That's my guy. He going against my cousin, but you know what I mean. I love both of them guys for showing up on the podcast and doing their thing. You know what I mean. Of course, I'm gonna be biased with my cousin, but thank you, my man Edwards for doing the podcast. They got the one that's coming up on the 8th, and it's got all the young hitters on there. You know what I mean. For Sean Lee, Ramsey VC. I think Demonte is on this one right here. Maybe I can't think of his name. I got to get your name down pat. But his dad used to box. What is his name? Fred's little son might be boxing. Fred Thomas. I think his little son is gonna be boxing. I ain't for sure. I ain't got the whole card. I'm gonna get the card. I just hollered at them and I asked them if they want to do the show. They're gonna do the show. But here's the thing: as we supporting that, we asking y'all to step out and support Pop the Balloon or Find Love Lifestyle Productions. The Black Expo is coming up. Stop out, pop out, and support that. It's Black History Month. Man, love yourself. Do something, man. We black people, man. We gotta. I don't care if you don't do nothing, man. But you know, uh, post something on your page, on your Facebook page about Black love or something like that. What you say, Rachel? Rachel says, side note on self sabotage. This also pertains to potential relationships. Sometimes the fear of getting it wrong makes you run from what's actually right. Doubt isn't always a warning. Sometimes it's just discomfort with something real. That's real. So she says, the question is whether you're protecting yourself or sabotaging what you've been asking for. I think that's dope. You always say some smart shit, but okay. So, Alicia, what did you say? I passed some flyers out at the YMCA. Yep. Whether or not they actually signed up, I don't know. I hope everyone who wants love finds it. And that's right. And that's Alicia. She is a part of Lifestyle Productions. So we was out this weekend. We all met up. Man, I'm telling you, we have been making some progress, y'all. And the building that we got for this event is so dope and it's so elegant. You know what I mean? Shout out to Morgan, 1814 over on East Locust. She is doing a wonderful thing in her building. And me and her actually, I got a podcast where she allowed me to tape something very special. And I'm finna do that one, I think, probably this week. But 1814, uh, I don't even know Morgan's last name. But meanwhile, check it out, look her up, and then if nothing else, I'll get her information, I'll share it and stuff like that. But her building is so elegant, and when I tell you the cameraman's is gonna be dope, we working it out. DJ Bear Truth on the 1 2s, you know what I mean? We're gonna be fun, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna try to be encouraging, inspiring, pop out and find love. Um, what else was I gonna say? Well, I posted that, Rachel, and I understand what you're saying. You dig what I'm saying? Other than that, pray for my mom. She in the hospital. She going through it like right now. She had a bad day today. Um, it's rough, But listen, pray for traveling mercies for my sister. Get from out of Africa and get on back over here safe and sound. You dig what I'm saying? Over there walking with lions and stuff. Morgan Payne. There it is. I don't know why I was about to say that Morgan Payne, but I be thinking like I was looking at Payne like Major Payne, like the movie. Her name is Morgan Payne. That's her last name. But I know her family, and her family, her maiden name I think might have been different. I ain't for sure. But Morgan Payne is her full name. 1814, it is coming. And she is dope. So if you want to do baby showers, wedding receptions, funeral repasses, birthday parties, or little kids' birthdays, the downstairs, she's got leather couches with big screen TVs, movie rooms, kitchens. I mean, there's nothing that you can't do in this building. I'm telling you. So I'm telling y'all, man, listen, y'all doing them baby showers and y'all want to go somewhere that's cool. You got a wedding reception or like a little birthday that you want to throw. And I'm talking about, man, and have it to where it's nice and it's going to be make a memory. Check out 1814. It's going to be dope. And she has jumped on the board with us to do Pop the Balloon and Find Love. So I'm excited. We just need y'all. I need some guys, man. Step up, man. Some real cool guys and stuff like that. God bless y'all. I love y'all. I might even do something for Black History Month. Alicia, if y'all want to do something for Black History Month, we can. We can get the whole crew and we can come on here and talk some black stuff if y'all want to tomorrow or like Tuesday or sometime this week. Let me know, smart lady, book club lady or something. All right, peace, love.